Hello, I'm Boily Ben and welcome to today's episode. And today we are back on the good old river, and it is a very bright autumn morning. So it's going to be colder than it is actually. I think we're going to be a bit toasty by lunchtime. I think the old jacket's going to have to come off. Should have brought the old Boily Ben hat as well rather than the woolly one. Anyway, we're back at the spot we were at the other week, where we blanked, and we are going to be trying out what are we trying out? Oh yeah, the Dynamite big river fish cheesy garlic bottom baits. So hopefully they catch us a big river fish of some description. Full disclosure, I did actually use these the other day here, and I didn't blank. I caught a bream, and like an idiot I didn't record my session. But it was just one bream. Well, it was a decent bream to be fair, and anything on the river is a bonus. So without further ado, I'm waffling, it's too early for me. I'm sorry guys, I'm not a morning person. Anyway, you know what I'm going to say. Before we start, I'll get the business side of things out of the way. Please hit the like button, as the regulars always do. Thanks very much for that. And if you're new here, think about hitting subscribe and the bell icon to stay up to date. And also, I've got my Boily Ben Facebook group as well, which gets lots of postings on now, which the link is in the description, or you can just look up Boily Ben Fishing on Facebook group. And yeah, right, that's enough of the sales pitch. Let's get into it. Well, here they are, the Dynamite River Big Fish Busters, or Dynamite Big Fish Busters, cheese and garlic. Yeah, I'll show you them on the hair. Full disclosure, these absolutely stink. I ordered these with some other bits, and when it turned up, I think it was these, I'm not sure. I ordered some Scopex squid boilies and these, and a couple other bits, some leads and stuff, so they didn't smell. So I don't know if it was either the boilies or these, or a mixture of both, but there was a hell of it. When I opened the well, I didn't even have to open the package, I could smell it immediately. And yeah, there's a real stink. And these, when you open the lid on these, they are like coated, they got like an oil on them as well. I don't know if you can see that in the pot. They really do smell very strongly indeed. But first impressions of them, using them the other day, I was pretty impressed with them. Yeah, so let's see how we get on with them today. They do some others in the range as well. They do like a meat one, and I think they do a krill and squid, I think. Let me know if you've used them in the comments. I know they've been out for quite a long time, I think. They also do a range of like ground baits and pellets and all the other bits and bobs as well, bait soaks and stuff, but I've just got these on me today. So yeah, right, let's get this on the hair and I'll show you the setup. Okay, apologies for the dog barking in the background. Obviously didn't get the memo that Boily Ben was filming here today. Very inconsiderate of him. Anyway, they're pretty tough. I don't know if I'd say that they're sort of crayfish proof, but they're harder than the sort of normal boilie, but not like rock hard, if that makes any sense at all. So they're easy to pierce with your boilie needle. So let's pop this on the hair, just doing a very simple hair rig. I'm going to be using a similar setup to last week's video. If you haven't seen that, I was using pepperami last week, actually on here as well, and I'm going to be using the PVA sticks with it as well, which like I said, I showed last week. Pop that through that. Stop. Your fingers do stink after handling these, as we know, like cheese and garlic, two good smells that fish like, or tastes that fish like, I should say. Come on, get on there. There you go. Up there. Down to there. Voilà, like so. That is a size 8 Drennan barbel hook. Onto 12-pound mono. Very simple. Right, get my TGA stick, make one of those up. So this is just the same as I used on last week's video. What is it? Sticky baits, krill, bag mix, some 2mm pellets in there, ground bait, and a load of the sticky baits, krill, liquid, and also plenty of hemp oil on there as well, which makes it nice and dark and sticky. I've also got some, I've also added some of this as well, fish sauce from the supermarket. Thought I'd put a drop of that in as well. Can't do any harm, can it? Look at that, look, oozing onto my fingers. I did mix this up last night, probably went a bit OTT with it. Get in there. They always make these plungers on these tubes, didn't they? The plunger shorter than the tube. I actually cut this tube down so as it would push it out the end. I was thinking of doing a 24-hour session here the other day, or sorry, last night even. But I was a bit worried about the level of the river, because last time I was here it was like right up by my feet, and now got down here today. I was quite surprised that it's dropped right the way back down. We are on low tide at the moment though. The tides are a bit savage here. Right. Go, just like that. That is oozing oil. That's got to attract us a fish. Hopefully it'll attract the fish, and then the fish will be turned on by the cheesy garlic. Let's get this on out. So. Sure, I need glasses. Okay, and there with it. Ready to lob out there. And so that's on my main one. It's just on a lead clip. These are quite cool, these running lead clips. 2.5 ounce lead, a tail rubber, bit of tubing. Job's a good one. Catch us a nice river carp. I've got one rod out already, which is just under the willow tree here. I'm going to put this one just to the left of it, slightly out a bit. Start into the flow, which is where I actually hooked one the other day on the left hand rod, where I'm putting this one, so hopefully I'll do the same again today. There we go, that was incredibly deep there. The drop took a good few seconds. Alright, the tide is still flowing out at the moment, so I don't want too much of a bow in the line, so we won't have it too slack. Alright, that's both rods in the water, well, out the water but fishing, before 8 AM. So I've got plenty of hours down here. I'm going to stay till darkness, which obviously now the clocks are changed, that ain't going to be hard to do. It'll be dark about 4:30. I've got my brolly with me, I've got plenty of coffee with me, plenty of fuel. Come on, don't let it be a blank today. Probably won't get any bites until the tide turns, we'll see. But you never know. It's time for the coffee. By the way, if you fish the river from here, let me know how your river season has been. It's been a few days. I only really started concentrating on the river since, well, I was obviously down for the start of the season. I've done a fair few days recently. It hasn't been that productive. I had that session a few months ago that I recorded where I went down with some worms and had a fairly decent day. I had 4 fish out that day, I think. Was it 3 bream and a perch? Yeah, certainly not prolific, but that could just be the stretch that I'm on. Although I've been on a Facebook group for the River Thames. I always fancied fishing the Thames, but it looks an absolute nightmare now. They're constantly posting about the seals, and yeah, it's the seals. Plus I think they got otters as well. Plus they got obviously massive crayfish infestation, and they've got, is it mitten crabs as well? Bloody crabs. Looks an absolute nightmare to fish, and they're all saying that like the days of the huge Thames carp and everything could be sadly over. But there's supposed to be carp in here. Well, I'm 99% certain there are carp in here, but in terms of stock levels, I wouldn't know. And obviously being a river, they can be anywhere on the river. But the river is looking very coloured. It's like coffee stroke chocolate looking, which is more than it was up until recently. Until recently it has been absolutely gin clear. So maybe this bit of colour might help. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll help the bream. We will see. Might not be a long video today, if it ain't prolific with fish, but just sort of bring you along for the ride anyway. I'm going to be, I put on my Facebook group, on the Boilie Bend fishing group, asking what videos you wanted me to make, and I got some good ideas on there, and one of them, which I think is a great idea, I'm terrible with names as well, so I can't remember your name. I should probably look it up and put it in. But thank you to whoever it was who came up with the idea of me making my own boilies. So I've bought the stuff. Well, I went to Tesco's the other day and got most of the stuff. There was one part of it that I couldn't get in the shop, so I've had to get that off Amazon, which is being delivered today. So probably when I'm going to get home later, I'm going to have a go at making my own boilies. So depending on how that goes, that's going to be a future video. In theory, I'm going to make them and then take them out on the bank and try and catch a fish on them. So that should be fun. There's some other wants on there as well. I think 3 people wanted me to do pole fishing. I haven't really got a pole. I think I've got a 4-metre whip, so I could get that out and tie up a pole rig and give that a whirl. I don't really know, well, sort of know what I'm doing pole fishing, but not really. It's certainly not my forte by any means. But yeah, I could do that for you. What else? Oh, more of the big carp fishing, which obviously I'm trying to do that here. I'm hoping it'd be nice if I caught a 20-pound river carp. But yeah, there will be plenty of winter carp action. That is definitely on the cards. Maybe another trip away. My video that I made going to linear fisheries has done very well. I'd like to try and get another trip in before the end of the year to another big fishery, if I can. Although we're sort of running out of time, and it's going to start getting flipping cold soon. But yeah, plenty in the pipeline for videos, and should be a good year next year too. Right, update, hour and a bit in, no bites, no fish, no signs of life. think it's going to be a case of waiting for the tide to turn before we get anything. Come on, don't let this be a blanking video. It ain't easy, but at least the weather's nice. It's a beautiful morning. Let's have a recast on the right hand rod. Go a touch further out. So I want to keep it to the right hand side, because if you go left there's snags, but if you go right you end up in the tree. So that's better. Boom. Hit the deck. Lovely. Right, that's further out. Could slide a back lead on here, really. Might do that. Stop this big bow in the line. Let's try one of these AliExpress back leads. They're just the same as the Corda ones. Let's give it a whirl. Just pull the collar back, push it in, try not to fall in the river. Okay. Right, so we'll get the line towards the lead. Still feel it sliding down the line. Very, very deep. And it's amazing how much this level is down. So, as I said the other day, I got here and the level was up to there. So I reckon that it was up like, what's that in feet? 5 foot? Maybe a bit more. Yeah. So at least it's gone back down again. I was worried that it was going to be game over for the year, which it could well be in a few weeks' time if we suddenly get a load more rain, which no doubt we will. Are we in? Not sure if we're in. Bobbin just went right up on the left rod. Definite bite. That's the one with the back lead on. Don't know. It's exciting. It's always exciting on the river when you get a bite, isn't it? It's like because you just do not expect it. Don't know why. I mean, I think when you're on a lake, you know the fish are in the lake, don't you? So, like, it's expected that sooner or later they're going to feed. When you're on the river, you have no idea if there's any fish in front of you. I mean, for all I know, there could be barbel, carp, blooming everything in front of me, or there could be absolutely nothing in front of me. You just live in hope. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll give that 10 minutes or so, maybe a bit longer, see if anything happens, if it was just a liner or what. But definitely some disturbance there. It'll probably need redoing after that anyway. Oh, well, that's the first sign of life. So maybe having that recast was a good idea. Well, no further action. Gave it a good half an hour, so we'll have a recast. Still on that. Well, update, it's 1:30, no fish. I'm thinking the tide should be on the turn, it should be coming in. It's definitely gone out completely now, but there's still quite a lot of flow on it. Turn it around and show you. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Yeah, not sure today. A few indications, but not a lot of sign of life. There's one bit of sign of life there, just as I said that, typical. Yeah, when I came last week there was a lot of fish topping, and like I said, I had one bream. Maybe I should have filmed that day. Please don't be a blank. But I don't think it's the fault of the big fish river busters, the Dynamite big fish river busters. I've put fresh ones on, and I actually put a little pop-up topper, yellow topper on, just a slither. So I just trimmed just the top off and put just a sliver of a pop-up on the top as well, just so it sort of sits upright, wafts around a bit, and gives it a bit more just sort of bit of colour in this sort of chocolatey water that's coming through here. I think what it is where it's been flooded, all the flood water and everything is flowing back out as it settles down. So if we don't get any rain in the next sort of day or two, it'll probably clear up. Well, it will clear up if we don't get any rain. But at the moment the water is still very coloured, despite having got back to its usual level. So I don't know, we've still got quite a few hours to go, fingers crossed. But sorry guys, this isn't going to be the most exciting fish video. Well, the flow has now turned the other way and slowed right down at the moment, so the tide's now coming back in, and there's definitely signs of life now. Both human as well. I also seen the chairman of the club who came down to do his bailiff duties. We were chatting, and he's actually caught carp from this swim as well before. Last year he caught a very nice ghosty out of here. I think it was about £15. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're definitely getting bites. What they are, I don't know. Whether it's anything, whether it's just small stuff, I don't know, but it's looking more promising. Come on. Be very nice if that ghosty's down there. That'll be a nice little Halloween gift. A nice £15 ghost carp. He might have put a bit of weight on. He could be £20 this year. Come on. Wow, we've got a very, very friendly robin. Alright, I'll give you some food. Gosh, he is mega friendly. I think he would land on me. Oh, we're into something here. Please don't come off. Right at the end of the day. I was just going to redo the rod. Let me see what you are. Please, please, please don't come off. Or snag me. Come on. Let me see what you are. Even if you're a bream, we'll be happy. Feels like it could be a bream. Let's see what you are. What are you? Oh, it's fighting. Please don't come off. Please don't come off. We need you in the net. What the hell is it? What we got here, guys? A chub. Yay! Quite a decent chub. Look at that. Fantastic. Awesome. Right. It wasn't a carp, but it's not a bad chub. We've got ourselves a fish, guys. Boom. Look at that, guys. We got ourselves a fish. Nice chub on the old Dynamite. Big Fish River. I can't say it, can I? Cheese and garlic. It did say on there, barbel, carp, chub. Oh yeah, boom. So far on them I've had, oh. I've had a barbel, I'm going to get him back, not a barbel, a bream, a chub. Yeah, now we need the carp and the barbel. Right, let's get a picture of him and slip him back. Well, we saved the blank. Let's let you go. And away he goes. Where are you going? Get his breath back. He's under the water just in front of me. Go on, you're free. Off you go. Oh, he's in no rush, but he's swimming away nicely anyway. Lovely. I'm going to put it back out there, one last cast before we completely lose the light. I've got my head torch on already. It's not even 5 o'clock, I don't think. Or it might be. What time is it actually? Well, it's just gone 5 o'clock. Depressing, isn't it? I wish I wouldn't put the blooming clocks back. I'd rather have the extra hour in the evening. Where's I can't even see where the line is for the right hand rod. Right, let's just pop it out there. There we go, got a drop there. I think that was about where we had that one. Tide is back in again. Right, come on, give us another one. Well, back in the car, so no more fish unfortunately, but it wasn't a blank, so can't complain really. And yeah, definitely got confidence in those whatever they're called, the big river fish, blah 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 blah, by Dynamite. As I said before, let me know if you've given them a try. Let me know if you've tried the other flavours as well, if they're any good or not. I think they call it a meat furter or something, and krill and squid I believe it is. So let me know if you've used those. They also make paste as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to go onto a carp lake with them and give them a whirl on there and see if we can get a carp on there. In fact, I'm thinking about going tomorrow to a lake that hasn't been on the channel, and it's a bit of a secret lake as well. So make sure you make sure you're subscribed for next week's video, and as I said earlier, hit the like button, helps the video. If you've got the hype button as well, if you wouldn't mind hitting that too, I'm getting running noise, that would be great. And yeah, I shall see you next time with another video. Well, next week, Wednesdays 6 o'clock usually. Anyway, hope your autumn fishing is going well. Let me know how you're getting on, and cheers.